Across the world, massive monuments of stone rise from the earth, reaching toward the sky with a silent grandeur. Some of these structures have stood for millennia, defying time, weather, and human conflict. Yet many of them remain unfinished, their secrets locked in their incomplete forms. These are not merely architectural curiosities. They are the frozen dreams of civilizations long gone, colossal undertakings that whisper of ambition, mystery, and the limits of human endeavor. Why would an entire culture invest generations of labor, ingenuity, and devotion only to leave these monumental works incomplete? Was it disaster, human error, or something far more enigmatic? In Egypt, the bent pyramid at Dashur presents one of the earliest puzzles. Unlike the smooth, angular perfection of the later pyramids, the bent pyramid abruptly changes slope halfway up, as though its builders reconsidered the original plan mid-construction. Scholars have debated the reasons for centuries. Was it a structural correction, a symbolic choice, or a reflection of political instability? Other pyramids across Egypt share similar unfinished traits, some lacking apexes, others incomplete in intricate chambers hidden within. Each unfinished block seems to echo the questions of its creators. What drove them to begin, and what compelled them to halt? Thousands of miles away, in the Andes of Peru, the walls of Sacsayhuamán loom large. Immense stones, some weighing more than 100 tons, are arranged with precision so exquisite that even modern engineers marvel at the craftsmanship. Yet many stones lie unplaced, scattered or waiting, as if the builders vanished before their work could be completed. Archaeologists suggest logistical challenges, the sudden collapse of empires or spiritual purposes, but the unanswered questions remain. Could there have been a deliberate reason for leaving the walls unfinished? Perhaps the process of building was more important than the completion itself, a ritual of human effort and cosmic alignment rather than a final product. In Rome, the ruins of certain temples tell a story of ambition cut short. Columns rise from the earth, half-formed, interrupted by political turmoil, shifting emperors, or economic collapse. These incomplete structures expose the fragility of human plans. They demonstrate that even the most advanced civilizations could be disrupted, leaving traces of intentions unfulfilled. In some cases, the missing sections may have been intentional, symbolic gestures meant to convey a message of impermanence or humility in the eyes of the gods. To the modern observer, these unfinished temples speak of human aspiration in its most raw, vulnerable form. Across the vast stretches of China, sections of the Great Wall end abruptly, leaving gaping gaps where stone should continue. The wall is a masterpiece of engineering, yet even here, nature, resources, and human conflict dictated its limits. In certain areas, historians suggest the gaps may have been deliberate, serving strategic purposes or leaving sacred terrain untouched. These unfinished sections remind us that even when human ambition seems boundless, it is always tempered by circumstance, by the forces of nature, and perhaps by forces we cannot fully comprehend. The mystery of unfinished megastructures extends beyond physical obstacles. Many abandoned monuments share common traits: blocks too massive to move without advanced techniques, walls halting mid-course, temples and pyramids missing key components. Were these failures or intentional pauses that spoke a language lost to time? Some researchers propose that certain structures were never meant to be completed. The incompleteness itself could be the message, a reflection of mortality, the impermanence of power, or demonstration of the limits of human capability. There is a subtle poetry in a half-built monument. It tells a story of striving without a rival, of creation in tension with impossibility. Consider the stone arrangements at sites like Göbekli Tepe in modern-day Turkey. Here, massive pillars stand in circles, some partially carved, some deliberately left rough. Archaeologists continue to debate whether these were sacred rituals, proto-architectural experiments, or deliberate statements of intent left unfinished. Every chisel mark, every carefully positioned block, becomes a question etched in stone. The incomplete nature of these structures challenges our modern assumptions about progress and perfection. Perhaps the act of construction itself was more meaningful than the finished product. Perhaps in the eyes of the ancients, completion was never the goal. These unfinished megastructures demand that we reconsider what we understand about ancient civilizations. They are not merely half-built monuments. They are profound reflections of human ambition and limitation. They compel us to ask questions that do not have clear answers. Were these structures abandoned due to external pressures like famine, war, or environmental change? Were they intentionally left incomplete to signify a spiritual or ritual truth, something beyond the reach of modern comprehension? Or could it be that the incompleteness itself is the purpose? A silent lesson that even the greatest human endeavors must contend with forces beyond control. Walking among these colossal stones, one is struck by their scale and the evident effort required to move, carve, and position each block. The labor alone defies belief, a testament to human ingenuity. Yet the absence of completion adds a haunting quality. There is beauty in the unfinished, a tension between intention and reality, between imagination and the physical limits of the world. The incompleteness transforms these megastructures from monuments of pride to enduring enigmas. They become puzzles, invitations for the imagination, and reflections on the fleeting nature of ambition. As we contemplate these structures, it is impossible not to feel a connection across millennia. The unfinished works of ancient humans remind us that ambition, creativity, and perseverance are timeless qualities. At the same time, they show that even the most determined efforts can be stopped, redirected, or left incomplete. The silent, half-built stones speak to the human condition itself. A reminder that every plan, no matter how grand, is vulnerable to forces seen and unseen. In the end, unfinished megastructures are far more than relics. They are mysteries that challenge the boundaries of history, archaeology, and imagination. Each half-built wall, each unplaced stone, each abandoned column is an invitation to wonder. They ask us to consider not only what humans can achieve, but also what remains beyond our grasp. They whisper of ancient hands at work, dreams in motion, and the enigma of abandonment. They remind us that in every civilization there are stories left untold, and in every incomplete monument, a message waiting to be discovered. We've reached the end of another video, friends. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. We'll learn a lot from the videos I share. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my new videos. See you in the next video.